Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So Twitter has now decided to adopt a one-year poison pill after the Elon Musk takeover bid. And this is interesting for a few reasons. Namely because everyone on Twitter, all the sort of activists are like, oh, Twitter's a private company, they can do what they want. They're not actually, they're a public company. Elon Musk wanted to purchase it to make it private. And loads of people are up in arms over Elon Musk looking to buy it, because they think that Elon Musk doesn't have your best interests at heart. I'm pretty certain a prince of Saudi Arabia, who's actually one of the largest owners of Twitter stock, doesn't have your best interests at heart. Funnily enough, pretty certain. In fact, we can say that with the utmost certainty. I think the fact that Twitter has chosen to do this poison pill approach, basically tanking the company, is not the best interests of the shareholders. And that's the thing, they are actually a public company, which means they are answerable to the market and shareholders. And it's, the board is supposed to act on behalf of those shareholders. This does not appear to be working in that best interest at all. This appears to be working in the best interests of control. And that's what this is ultimately all about with respect to Twitter. And it's so fascinating as well because, it's been years of Twitter deplatforming people, and individuals that are on the right side, i.e., the right side of the message and the narrative, have been going, well, if you don't like it, make your own. Yeah, or if you don't like it, someone could just go out and buy it, which is the other alternative, but now everyone's up in arms about it. Very comical. This entire situation's very, very comical. But I think this is a very complex situation, but I do believe that this can lead to some sort of legal action with respect to shareholders versus Twitter, because this isn't in the shareholders' best interest. Twitter said Friday that its board of directors unanimously adopted a limited duration shareholder rights plan, which is also called a poison pill. Now, what is that? Obviously, this is only after Elon Musk's unsolicited proposal to acquire the social media company. So what is it? The plan is a defensive strategy that makes hostile takeovers more expensive and complicated. Or, as per Twitter, reduces the likelihood that any entity, person, or group gains control of Twitter through open market accumulation without paying all shareholders an appropriate control premium, or without providing the board sufficient time to make informed judgments and take actions that are in the best interest of shareholders. Okay. That doesn't sound like that's in the best interest of shareholders. Elon Musk offering above premium, because Twitter even had the company independently valued, and it didn't value it anywhere near as high as what Elon Musk did. It sounds like, Twitter not taking what Elon Musk offered and obviously paying shareholders that amount, being bought out. That doesn't sound like they're acting in their best interest. That sounds like Twitter is acting in the best interest of themselves, which is fascinating. It's a really fascinating thing to watch unfold. Now, in a letter to Twitter's board early Thursday, the Tesla founder and CEO basically said, hey, I'm going to offer you $54.20 a share, which is about 43 billion. There's some conflicting reports of that, but yeah, about 43 billion. The board said it was examining the proposal. So the new rights plan runs for a year, expiring April 14th, 2023. It does not prevent the board from engaging with parties or accepting an acquisition proposal if the board believes that it is in the best interest of Twitter and its shareholders, the company noted. Now, interestingly enough, what has happened is, I can't remember which one it is, either BlackRock or the other weird trust fund entity, has started to up its shares, basically, trying to become more adversarial to Musk. Now, there is absolutely no way this is in the best interest of shareholders. because shareholders are about money. It's about economics. That's what shareholders want, economics. They invest in a company because they want to make money. They believe the company and their money will make money in future. Now, they're basically offering the right plans. It dilutes the holdings of a possible adversary as they are allowing existing stockholders to acquire additional shares of a company. So this is what they do, right? They dilute the whole company. The entity, person, or group acquires beneficial ownership of 15% or more of Twitter's outstanding common stock in a transaction not approved by the board. So they're diluting their company, they're freeing up shares, allowing other people to buy them at essentially like a discounted rate, diluting it all down. They're tanking their own company. It's so weird. And Musk described his bid as important to the function of the United States as a free country and to freedom in the world more broadly. And yeah, he's right. And it's so funny watching everyone pull their hair out going, oh my god, what a fascist, because he wants like algorithms to be free and open source. Oh, he wants an explanation for why things are done. Oh, such a fascist. I mean, that's literally the opposite, but alright. He's a proponent of open source into its algorithms and minimizing intervention and the policing of content. Yeah, because funnily enough, we've already got laws. But everyone's, oh. US stock markets closed today for Good Friday. Twitter shares ended Thursday session lower, down 1.68% to $45, but gained in after-hours trading up about 3.5. But it's nowhere near. It's not going to be that 54. And then the thing is, one thing to always contemplate here is, it would seem that Elon has a plan. It seems that all of this has been pretty calculated from the start. So the board is merely reacting to Elon Musk's plan. If he does indeed have one, but I believe he does. And if he does, then his next move would have been calculated based on this as well, I would imagine. And people are like, oh, hostile takeovers so bad, blah, blah, blah. We can't have, rich CEOs owning, speech. What about Jeff Bezos and, one of those newspapers that he owns? The massive newspaper, huh? What about that? Oh, that's not okay now. I think it's the Washington Post. That's fine. But this, no. Alright then. Very odd situation. So there you have it, ladies and gents. There's not really much else to go into, but I will keep you appraised of this, because I'm finding this is utterly fascinating to watch unfold. It's an interesting, it's just interesting. It's really, really interesting to just to watch it sort of transpire outwards and where it goes from here. So let me know what you think. Personally, everyone going, oh, it's a private company. It's not a private company, it's public. They do actually have to act in the best interest of the shareholders. I don't think this is in the best interest of the shareholders. At all. Like, not at all. So, yeah, interesting. Drop your thoughts down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Hope you're on a great weekend, especially in the UK. It's nice and sunny. I know, shock horror. Cheers, guys. Take care.